Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we will be solving perfect prefixes in which you are given a permutation of length n. You are allowed to perform a specific operation at most once. You can choose a subarray L and R and you can swap adjacent elements. After swapping adjacent elements, you need to find the number of subarrays of P that are a perfect permutation. Just like in this question, we have directly answer 6. But what if we had a case like 314256? So 3142 is also a permutation. 31425 is a permutation. 314256 is also a permutation. So the total answer is 3. So the question demands that after performing this subarray swap at most once, you need to find the maximum possible beauty, which means the maximum possible subarrays that is a permutation. Okay, so like in the first test case, if we perform the operation on the first four elements, our array becomes 1 3 2 4 5. So 132 is one subarray, 1324 is one subarray, 13245 is a subarray. Okay, so that works. Now to solve this, if we want to use all possible combinations of L and R, that will go to an n square, and which we don't want because n is 2 into 10 raised to 5. So we need to find an optimal solution. I am going to share with you a very interesting DP solution. Okay, now our operation is reverse. Okay, so first, whenever solving a DP question, we need to first define our states and our transition. Okay, so I am calling DP 0 of I is maximum answer if you don't swap anything. Okay, DP of 0 I is storing the maximum answer up till the ith index if you don't swap anything. dp of 1 of I stores the maximum answer if you reverse the ith value with your I minus 1th value, which is your operation. And then finally dp2 of I will store your maximum answer out of this both operations. Okay, now we need to define our transitions. I'll take this first test case 31425 to explain the transitions. Okay, so let's build the table. We have 3 1 4 2 5. This is dp0, dp1 and dp2. Here the value of 3. It is not a permutation, hence the answer is 0. It is the first element, hence we can't reverse it. 0. The max is 0. Okay. Now, when I get 3 and 1, then 3 and 1 together is not a suitable subarray. Answer is still 0. dp1 means I am reversing, means this becomes 1 and then 3. Now if it becomes 1 and then 3, that means that I have got my first subarray in just 1. So the answer of this will be 1 and dp2 is 1. Okay. Now after that 4. dp0 means no swapping. 314 not a suitable subarray. Continuing with 0. If I swap these elements, I get 3 4 1. If I am getting 3 4 1, is there any suitable subarray? No. 0. Okay. Then the max is 1. Why? dp2 stores the maximum answer up till ith index. So since we have a maximum 1, we keep our 1 with us. Okay? 2. 3142 is a suitable subarray. Hence the answer 1. If I swap 2 and 4, then I will get 312 as my suitable subarray and 3142 as my suitable subarray. So I got 2 more. Okay? And I was swapping 4 and 2 and I got 2. So what should I add to my answer? Now this stores the maximum answers of previous, and since we can only perform the swapping operation once, so I can make a continuous long subarray or I can start the subarray from here. If I am starting my swapping subarray from here, then only 2 and 4 will be swapped. But if I am continuing it longer, it means 3, 1, 2, 4. All these 4 will be swapped. So what will be the answer? This stores the answer of maximum value before 4. And if I swap 2 and 4, I should add this to my current answer. Why 3? Because after swapping 2 and 4, I got 312 and 3124 as two new subarrays. So I will add 1 to make it 3. Now my maximum answer is 3. Okay. Now 31425. Is it a suitable subarray? Yes. I add 1 to this. 31425. Let's swap 2 and 5. I will get 31452. If I get 31452, then how many suitable subarrays I am getting? It is only 31452. Now, just like here, for this index, we added this value. So for this index, we will add this value. And the subarrays we are getting are 31425, just one subarray. So 1. Now what will be the answer of DP of 2? It will be 4. Why 4? Because I am getting a suitable subarray at my ith state. So I can just add this 3 to 1 and make it 4. Okay. So what are our transitions? First of all, if my current ith element is making a suitable subarray, then I will add 1 to the previous I minus 1 value. If not, I will carry forward that same value ahead. Okay, this is dp of 0 and I will do the same thing with dp of 2. If this is making a new subarray, I will add 1 to dp of 2 and increase it. Else, I will just carry forward the value. And I will have to again check the max of dp of 0 and dp of 1. Even that is a possible value of dp of 2. Okay, so this is our state and transition. Now we have to implement this in code. It is a bit tricky, but if we do it step by step, we can do it easily. Okay, so dp0 of I stores no reversals, simple answer. dp1 comma I stores current ith and I minus 1 is reversed. dp of 2 of I means maximum possible answer, however. Okay, this map is storing my current values found up till now. Smallest is my value which I am initially saying 1, and I am calculating basically the max of the set. If I have a set like 1, 3, 4, the max of this set is 2, right? But for this to be a suitable permutation, I want the max of it to be more than the maximum value, right? So, hence over here, I am calculating the max using the same old formula. If I is equal to 0, my max needs to be 2 for a suitable answer. dp0 of I becomes 1, my answer is 1 now. Okay, now all of our other operations are from I is equal to 1 onwards. First of all, just like I was carry forwarding the answer of I minus 1 state to ith state, I do it dp0 of I is dp0 I minus 1, dp2 of I, dp2 of I minus 1, and then I just take the maximum of the previous states because dp2 of I stores the maximum value. Now, after calculating my new max, if that is more than I plus 1, it means कि my set looks like 1, 2, 3, 4 and the max is 5. So, instead of just shifting the values, I will add 1 like I did in this transition. I added 1. Okay, so this entire code copy paste and just do plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. That's it. Okay, so this was the transitions for dp of 0 and dp of 2. Now we need to implement dp of 1. Okay, so let's implement dp of 1. For the current case, my current map is 3142. My current max is equals to 5 and I am on this index. So I want to swap these two values. So what will I do? First, I will remove these values from my map. After removing these values from my map, I have removed 2 and 4, which is smaller than my max. So I will set my max to these values since they are now missing. Okay. So I made a new smallest, removed a of I and I minus 1 from the map, and if what I have removed minimum of that is less than my smallest, I will have to set my new smallest to that min value. After that, I will first fill in a of I because since I am reversing, so I will add a I minus 1 later and a of I first. After adding a of I, then I again check whether do I have to increase my smallest or not. If I do, then I increase my new smallest. Okay. Now I want to calculate the number of subarrays. Just like we calculated over here, like this condition. I do the same over here. If it is correct, I get a suitable subarray. After that, I fill in a of I minus 1. Then I check it again. And if it is suitable, I again increment it. So this more contains the new subarrays that I have gotten by reversing a of I and a of I minus 1. Okay, then after that, like in this state, like I added the value of dp1 of this index to this index since we were reversing 4 and 2. So I will add the value of this to dp of 1 of this index, right, as my transitions. So I added the max of I minus 2 state dp0 and dp1. Okay, dp0 means at my I state I am making a new subarray. dp of 1 means I am continuing that max subarray. Okay, then I store dp of 1 state as my more and dp of 2 is again restored as my max of both the states. And then my answer is max of answer and dp of 2 of 5. Okay, so thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe the video to never miss another tutorial.